right, welcome in. This is your Friday night cut sweat show for this week's Rocket Mortgage Classic. If you're new, welcome in. This is what's going to happen. Usually, this is the third time we've done this. So what I'm going to do is take you through a very data-driven approach to the cut line, who's going to make the cut line, and how that's going to impact your lineups. Additionally, we can talk through some of the guys who are already on the outside looking in or already on the inside looking out and see their chances for the weekend. If there's a specific golfer that you would like me to dive into, keep a close eye on, drop it in the chat. While you're there, hit the like button. It doesn't hurt. Also, the way that this works is, well, I'll save that for a second. Let me show you the big board. Here's the big board that we work with. This is on the left-hand side. This is just the PGA Tour data, the leaderboard, the player-by-player stuff. This is how we will keep track of each one of these golfers. On the bottom right-hand corner, you're going to come in here and you're going to ask, Rick, what are the chances this gets to -4? The odds from Data Golf are always down in the bottom right-hand corner. Those are your cut line probabilities. Right now, we are looking at a very strong chance that this is -3. Remember, top 65 and ties making it to the weekend here in Detroit with the current projected most likely cut line to be -3, 86.5% of the time. Oh, just jumped, 91% of the time. So -4, very unlikely, although possible, to become the cut line. So what we'll do is if we don't have a full-on cut line sweat, we will talk through the golfers. We'll look through a lot of other things. But up here in the right-hand corner, this is kind of the engine for a lot of this. This is cutsweats.com. This is Nelson's website. If you don't follow Nelson on Twitter, what are you doing with yourselves? Follow Nelson Adcock. This is his site, Cut Sweats. And this is really the engine. And we're going to keep an eye on the 6 of 6 numbers, which currently at a -3 cut line is about 6%, 5 to 6% across the board. The really cool thing about Cut Sweats is that I can see anybody's lineup. So if you want me to look into your lineup, see how many 5 of 6s, 6 of 6s you have, see the guys that you're rooting for or rooting against, let me know. Drop your DraftKings username in the chat. That is how I will start going through them, and make sure it is case sensitive because they have to be case sensitive. Where are we? Well, Friday evening, 4 p.m. Eastern time. We have already had a couple of big resolutions to said cut line. Let me pull over the leaderboard here just so you can see, and I'll scroll down to the cut line. So if we're talking about -3, we have got some very popular golfers outside the cut. On Cut Sweats, what you can do is you can go to the leaderboard. You can sort by the highest owned golfers. This is my favorite thing in the world to do. And you can see that Bryson D'Chambeau at 34% owned will miss the cut. That's right. Bryson D'Chambeau is going to miss the cut. We can do a little bit of a deep dive on Mr. D'Chambeau, and we can see that his Friday round started off okay. He started on the back nine. He went out in 2 under. He made birdies on 14 and 17. He needed to do work, right? Because he was even par coming into the day. He likely needed to shoot 3 under par on Friday to make the cut. And he was on his way to do that. He was 2 under through his first 8 holes. He turns in 34 and he turns at 2 under. And then he bogeys 1. He gets it back at 4, bogeys 5, bogeys 6. Now he's starting to run out of holes. He would have had to birdie his last 3. He only birdied 1 of those. And for Bryson D'Chambeau and 34% of your lineups, he gone. Bryson D'Chambeau is gone. Jason Kokrak, the second highest owned golfer, is through. Jason Kokrak is through. He was 3 under on Friday, 6 under total, currently in 17th place. He is going to make the cut. We have The tiniest of sweats, I suppose, on Doc Redman. Let's go there. Doc Redman's still out on the course. Doc Redman is the third highest owned golfer on the slate, about 21%. He is currently 1 over par with 3 holes to go. So let's be very clear about what has to happen here. Doc has to play these holes in 4 under. He's currently playing the par 5, an opportunity to potentially make eagle. However, he is indeed way right. That would be 268 yards to unknown. That is not the name of the podcast, although I have had Doc on my podcast. That's called 300 yards to unknown. Doc took a little bit off, 268 yards to unknown here. So seemingly 2 of the 3 highest owned golfers are going to miss the cut. That's going to be Doc Redman and Bryson DeChambeau. We are getting a shot hit here. So Doc is not on the green. He is somewhere in the primary rough in 2. Basically, wherever he's at, he's going to have to hole it. He's going to have to hole out likely for eagle here on 7, birdie 8, and birdie 9. It would be an absolute hero finish for him. I just want to see where this second shot wound up. Cameron Tringale, seemingly safe. He is also, and the fourth guy, the last guy, over 20% owned according to cutsweats.com, which if you have not signed up for Cut Sweats, highly encourage you to. I'll show you the power of it. It's unbelievable stuff. 21% owned for Cameron Tringale. He shoots a 2 under 70 on Friday and is on the projected cut number -3. We are 91% to get Cameron Tringale through. So no problems there. Doc is, he's actually in the fairway. Okay. So this is not bad. We can hang on to Doc for the tiniest of sweats here. We'll come back to him. He probably has to hole this. He's 99 feet from the hole in front of the green. At least he has a good angle. At least he's going to have a good lie. He's going to have to hole that. And then he's going to have to birdie his last 2 holes. Joaquin Niemann, not only popular, but also in the lead. Great sign. Will Zalatoris, he's going to make the cut. Emiliano Grillo, Sepp Straka, certainly in danger. Straka's out. Even par, he's done. Grillo, let's check him. I guess he's still got to make 3 more birdies. Yeah, this is, all right, so here we go. So here's Emiliano Grillo. If you're looking for him, here's the miracle that you need. He has to play his final 4 holes in 3 under. He does have a birdie putt on number 6. It's a 28-footer, obviously. Emiliano Grillo is not notoriously a very good putter. And in fact, this week he has, he's actually been pretty good. He's been about field average this week. Wow. He's going to waste a field average week because he's going to be 123rd on approach. That is super annoying if you're a Grillo backer. Super annoying. Maybe he can roll this one in. He's got a birdie 3 of his last 4, or he's out. Higo is going to make the cut. He's done. Webb Simpson's done. He's out. Webb Simpson, 14% owned, is gone. Feels unfortunate. I had a lot of Webb exposure this week. He had a chance on 8. Oh, excuse me. No, he had a chance on 9. He had to make birdie on his last hole of the day, but he made bogey there. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. I would have liked to have seen him play well. And then, of course, Kisner is definitely going to make the cut, barring some outrageous meltdown over his final 5 holes. And then Hideki Matsuyama, here's the big one, guys. Hideki Matsuyama, 13% owned, tested positive for COVID and withdrew from this golf tournament. I saw that there was a question about that. Please tell me Hideki did not test positive. He did, Scott. I apologize. He's out. He's out of the tournament. 13% down the drain. So you start looking up at the guys that are not going to make the cut. A 13% owned Hideki Matsuyama, a 14% owned Webb Simpson, a 15% owned Sepp Straka, and a unlikely that Emiliano Grillo at 16% is going to make it through. Also, Redman, without a miracle, did he hit that chip yet? He has not. Without a miracle, Redman's gone. Bryson is already gone. So we're going to keep a close eye on the 6 of 6 number, which again, cutsweats.com right now is 5.1%. And we are trending even closer to a -3. As these guys start to finish their rounds, maybe we'll take some extra looks at them, but let me get a couple of updates in here. Are we allowed to tilt Matt Wolff missed birdie putts despite the fact that it doesn't have a direct cut implication? Of course, you are allowed to sweat and tilt anything you would like. Okay, hybrid, here we go. So here's what you can do on Cut Sweats. I can plug in anybody's username and I can see what we are rooting for. So POC17, this is hybrid. Let's check you out here. Let's see what you've got. So here are your biggest exposures. Satoshi Kodaira is in 105% of your entries. He is okay. That's a pretty good sweat. So Kodaira is currently 4 under for the week, but he's 1 over for the round. Of course, he has some wiggle room here, but if he does bogey 2 holes, for example, although he has 2 par 5s to play. I'm going to think, I don't want to jinx this, but I would think Kodaira would be very good here. He's in 1 of your 6 of 6s. He's in 3 of your 5 of 6s. So you're really looking for that to get through. Emiliano Grillo is going to really hurt, barring some outrageous run here. Hideki Matsuyama, unfortunately, your second highest position has withdrawn. Not a bad decision by you, of course, something you cannot control. Camilo Villegas got through. He's in 1 of your 6 of 6s. Let's look at your 6 of 6s. Another thing that you can do here. Here we go. So you currently have 3 6 of 6s. Kokrak, Keegan, Kirk, Knox, Kodaira, Power. Okay. That should be safe. Reed, Homa, Tringale, Glover, Villegas, Aaron Badley, and then Keegan Bradley, Max Homa, Lucas Glover, Pat Perez, Pat Gazzara, and Hank Lebioda. Interesting. Very good. All right, let's do a couple more here. Let's do cards rule. Cards rule. Let's see where you're at here. See what we're rooting for. Is it case sensitive? Cards rule 77. Save that up. And let's check your dashboard. Adam Schenk. Oh, how about this Hero Friday round from Adam Schenk for you? Kokrak, Merritt, HV3 is gone. That's your biggest exposure who's gone. Lebioda, I mean, he's pretty popular. He's 5 under. Webb Simpson's gone. Grillo's likely going to be gone. Did Redmond hit? Look at Kodaira playing over towards the water. He's safe. Don't worry. He's safe. Doc, oh, he gave it a good run. 5 feet or 4.5 feet for birdie. If he makes that, he gets to even. He is going to need to make an eagle coming in. Yeah, it's and he's going to have to make that 4.5 footer. So pretty unlikely there. Let's see if I can find some golfers around this cut line here, and we can start seeing how they're finishing their rounds. So let's go to all right, any Bo Van Pelt exposure out there? Bo Van Pelt, I guess it's Van Pelt, has 3 holes to go. And he just made bogey on 15 to move to -3. If he plays them at even par, he's in. Let's find somebody at -2. Oh, any Ben On love this week? Was there any Ben On love? So here we go. Ben On's at -2. He needs a birdie. And he is just in front of, this can't be right. Unless Ben On tapped it. So it has a shot. He hits his second shot to the fairway, and then he hit it from there 3 feet. Did he absolutely lay the sod over it? Did he chili dip it? Or did he, or is this incorrect? I'm going to say this is incorrect. So we'll see if this corrects itself. But Benny On, I doubt he was very popular. Let's take a look. I doubt he was very popular. Only 1.3%. Let's find somebody else. If he makes a birdie, he would then move inside the cut line. Let's sort by highest ownership, guys with holes left who are near -3. Is there anybody? 18. Patrick Reed's in, as long as that doesn't move to -4, which it's only 6% likely to do. Sungjae. I mean, we might be in for a short cut sweat show. There might not be that much. Bubba, 5% owned. That is seemingly the biggest implication here. Wow. Guys, we might be in for a short cut sweat show. Who should we follow? I'm interested in this Benny On resolution. We can go see Bubba, but man, there is not much going on here. Some weeks, like last week, were unbelievable. Some weeks, maybe we just don't get a lot of a sweat here. So Bubba, he's got 6 holes to go. He is in the right-hand rough of number 13. See if I can get a Brendan Todd hero. Is that what we're asking for in the chat? -2. Okay, so we'll leave it on Todd here because Todd has a putt to get to -3. So we'll leave it on Brendan Todd here. He's 10% owned. Okay, here we go. Let's watch this. So Brendan Todd, 10% owned, is he has 6 holes to go, so he has plenty of time, but he is putting for birdie on number 4, which is a par 5, and he has an 8-footer. If he makes that, he would move inside the cut number. Let me move this comment out of here. So we'll keep a close eye on that. The other thing that I want to do is I do want to turn our attention a little bit towards the weekend if we're not going to have a strong cut sweat here and see the types of golfers that might have success this week. Let me zoom out a little bit. This is the live leaderboard on RickRunGood.com. While we wait for Brendan Todd to hole out or putt out, excuse me. Oh boy, Jason Kokrak absolutely trending in the right direction here. So I know a lot of you like to hear that. This guy leads the field in strokes gained tee to green, -3.6 putting. What did he do in round 2? I'll favorite him. He lost again. So, wow, that's very interesting. Jason Kokrak went 11 consecutive rounds without losing strokes putting. That ended on Thursday, and he lost strokes again on Friday. That is surprising. Very, very surprising. I still like his chances for the rest of the week. He's leading the field in strokes gained tee to green. Who else? Kisner surprisingly not reliant on the putter. And is he leading the field? Second in the field in strokes gained approach. That's a really good sign for Kiss. Really good sign. Willett? Wow, Willett's playing well. Even Chris Kirk. These are guys that I would certainly be interested in playing in showdown, weekend, making bets on some of these guys. What's the number? What's Kokrak's number right now? Let me see if I can find it. Kokrak is, wow, hold on a second, guys. Kokrak is 33-1. He's 6 under, which is going to be probably 4 shots back, maybe less than that, or maybe more than that, depending on what Kisner does. So if Kisner can move it to deeper than, 10 under, I am using an ad blocker. Yeah, Kisner can move this, but that's not bad. If he's 4 back or 5 back going into the weekend and he's lost 3.6 strokes putting and he's been literally one of the best putters on the PGA Tour, that's exciting. 33-1. Question about Troy Merritt. So if you go to RickRunGood.com, this is actually a free tool. So go to PGA Tools, Free Tools, Live Leaderboard. You can see all the metrics for everybody. And Troy Merritt absolutely dominating on the greens. Probably leads the field. He does. Leads the field in strokes gained putting. Lost on approach. That is a terrible sign. Unlikely to continue. Troy Merritt will likely be ejecting from this tournament. What's Kodaira doing? Okay, so Brendan Todd missed this. So Brendan Todd missed his 8-footer. Now has 5 holes remaining to make another birdie. Oh, Kodaira. This was a free drop, I believe, because there's a grandstand there, if I'm understanding correctly. So his 3rd was a terrible shot. His 4th, he's going to have 10 feet for par. Wow, Kodaira could cough this up here. We'll keep an eye on to see if he makes that putt. We'll wait for the shot tracker to come up. Wolf has to be bleeding on the green, right? Let's look. That's a question. It's not me saying that. Not really. I mean, he's lost about, well, hold on. We can see what he's doing today. No, it hasn't been that bad. He's through 10 holes. I might need to refresh that. But through 10, he's lost 0.16. And over the course of the week, less than 1. Let me give this a refresh, make sure I'm most up to date. And this updates every 15 minutes. So, okay, now he's through 12. Yeah, he still only lost less than a stroke putting over the course of 1.5 rounds. Kodaira makes bogey. Wow, that's going to be interesting. What is his number? Let's go to cutsweats.com. Let's check out what Kodaira was. I can't imagine too popular, right? And it might also be a hair contest dependent. 5.5% owned. Is -3 guaranteed? Nothing in life is guaranteed. However, if you turn your attention to the bottom right-hand corner, you can see the probabilities for each one of these. So -3, 96.2% to be the cut number. So seemingly that's going to be the cut. We're going to be at -3, barring some outrageous situation that can occur. -3 is going to be the number. So we're going to keep an eye on guys hovering around that -3. Kodaira just moved back to that number with a bogey. That's a little disturbing. Let's see. Guys still playing that are at -3. Bo Van Pelt, Brian Stewart, Michael Thompson, Brant Snedeker, Bubba Watson, Lonzo Griffin, Phil Mickelson on the cut number. Mackenzie Hughes, Rory Sabatini, Vincent Whaley, and Michael Gligic. Those are all the guys still out there playing right now that are on the number. Then you have the -2s, which if they can make a run here, let's go back to Ben On because he's going to finish his round before most of these guys. Let's go back and see what he did on the last hole. Okay, he did not flub that chip. He hit it to 16 feet, missed the putt, made the 3-footer for par. So over his last 2 holes, Ben On needs to make a birdie. Now, the good news is he piped one down the fairway on the short par 4 8th hole. So if he can get up and down from here, he will move to the cut number. He won't move the cut number. He'll move to it. And of course, -3 is getting even more solidified according to our friends over at Data Golf, 98.2%. If you want me to look up your stats here, so here, let me find some more. Davis 410. Let me look up your stats here, see what we're rooting for. Again, this is on cutsweats.com. You should subscribe. I shouldn't even be showing you this. You should subscribe and go do this yourself and be able to check on anybody and get all your information and all your contests in one spot, but that's just me. Zalatoris is your biggest exposure. You are good there. Seamus Power, you are seemingly good there. Good there. Bryson was in 6 of your lineups. That's going to hurt a little bit. Cameron Tringale got through, and he's in one of your 6 of 6s, which is very important. Troy Merritt got through, and he's in one of your 6 of 6s. That's very important. And Scott Stallings, Scott Stallings got through as well, and he's in one of your 6 of 6s. So here's what your 6 of 6s look like. Oh, it's all the same. You have one of them. Reed, Joaquin Neiman, Cameron Tringale, Scott Stallings, Troy Merritt, Joel Damon. Good luck. If we want to look up specific contests, let's look up the flop shot, the big boy, the 750K flop shot. Bryson was 35% owned there. He's gone. Doc is going to be gone. Straka is going to be gone. Grillo is going to be gone, barring something special. They just updated Benny on. He was not piped down the middle of the fairway. He was in the greenside bunker, which I don't know how those two things were confused, but they were. Ownership on Jason Day is a question in the chat. Probably not too high. 8.5%, although, let's see. Just made bogey on 5. Which means he's at -4. I mean, he's probably safe. I mean, 6, 7, 8, and 9. What are they playing? Oh boy. 6 is playing over par. Probably one of the few holes. 7's playing under par. 8's way under par. And 9, a par 3, is a hair over par. So that might be a pretty good sweat. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll keep an eye on J Day as we go through this. -3 if you're just joining us. seemingly solidified as the cut. Let's go back to Brendan Todd. Let's see him hit this approach on 5 here. 5 is a par 3. Mito burned me. Let's see what he did. Let's see what Mito did. I guess it's not the worst. He didn't gain strokes putting, or excuse me, he lost 2.3 strokes putting, lost on approach, was pretty good off the tee over the course of 2 rounds. If you made me choose right now, I really like Kokrak's chances for the weekend. Leads the field in strokes gained tee to green, hemorrhaging strokes putting, but a very good putter. Also, the blueprint that Kisner's laying out with 0 reliance on the putter is wild. What's his number? Only 7.5 to 1. Yeah, you can't convince me that Kokrak should be 33 to 1 and Kisner should be 7.5 to 1. I don't think that's right. Look at Keegan doing classic Keegan stuff. Gained a bunch from tee to green, losing putting. Let's see who the worst guys were. So Merritt gaining 6.1 strokes putting is concerning. Joaquin Niemann gaining 5.6 strokes putting is concerning, right? I mean, Niemann is barely gaining. He's not even gaining. What is that? 3 strokes ball striking? That would be concerning for me. Grayson Murray lost 8 strokes putting in 2 rounds. Yikes. Hoagie down 5, Malnati down 5, Hahn down 5. What happened? Let's look at Bryson. Wow. Bryson gains 3 strokes off the tee. Magnificent. Loses nearly 3.5 on approach. That was the concern. I think I talked about that on the first cut. I think I asked, who did I ask about this? Coach Mark? I can't remember, but I was like, these tiny little wedge shots that he hits seemingly don't work out very well. Ricky Fowler. Did Richie Warinsky just drive a ball 195 yards? Looks that way. Looks like he hit a tree because if you can see, I hope you guys can see this. And this is a radar one. So let's see. Clubhead speed 111 miles an hour, ball speed 167. It's 1.5 smash factor. That's about as efficient as you can get. Yeah, it seems like he probably hit a tree because here's where the ball lands, I believe, and then here's where it is now. So I think he hit a tree and went backwards. Pretty sure that's what happened there. Brandon Todd did find the green. He has a 22-footer. Benny On has a chance, an 18-footer. This is an 18-footer for Benny On to move to the cut number. And again, I mean, unfortunately, there's not a lot of huge sweats left. -3 is 99.1%. You know, maybe I could have, what would happen if I did a morning cut sweat show? What if I came on when, like, obviously Bryson was going to be the big sweat all week, all day long. Should I have just come on at like 10 a.m.? Benny On made par. So he's got one more crack at this. So we'll keep an eye on him real quick because I mean, he's at least a fun guy. I don't know. He's not going to impact a ton of these lineups here, but he's at least fun. Patrick Reed losing strokes with the putter? No. Maybe today? No. Patrick Reed has gained strokes with the putter both days. All right, Ben. 209-yard par 3, the 9th hole. You make birdie, you make the weekend. You make par, you get to go home. We shall see. While he hits that, let me all right, so here we go. We're getting the projected -3. Oh boy. Man, Benny On could get there. Nick Taylor, is there a Nick Taylor sweat anywhere? What's he up to? He's got a par 5, so you got to like Nick Taylor's chances more than Benny On's chances. Bubba still has a couple of holes to play. Anybody at -3 that could drop? We could check on Kodaira real quick. Wow, Kodaira is going to play himself out of this. Let's go there real quick. I'll go back to Benny On, but Kodaira is going to play himself out of this. He now has a 6-footer for par, and if he misses that, he's outside the cut line. He came into the day at -5, birdied his first hole, got to -6. He was so safe. Bogeyed 5, got it back at 6, or excuse me, bogeyed 4, got it back at 6, bogeyed 11, 12, 14, and facing a 6-foot putt on 15. And if he misses that, he's got work to do. He has hit the putt. Did he make it? Did he make it? Satoshi Kodaira for par on number 15 from 5 feet 9 inches to stay at the cut number. I don't know yet. What did he do? What did he do? Update me. I think when it takes this long to update, oh, wow, he made it. 5 feet 9 inches for par. He made it. So 3 holes to go. Kodaira has to play them at even par. Let's go to Benny On and see what he did on that tee shot because he's got one crack at this. One crack at this for Ben On. Has not teed off yet. Has not even gotten to the tee yet. Lanto. Let's see what Lanto's up to. Lanto's -4. Oh, he just made birdie. No. And he has a par 5 coming. Lanto, I don't want to say seemingly safe, but seemingly safe. I will pull up I had a request here. Let's see. Where are my usernames? Okay, I'll do this one here. So I'm going to go to Cut Sweats. I'm going to change the username. I cannot believe this is even an option. It's amazing. 7777 for the 750K flop. And Ben On hit it to 17 feet 6 inches. So he's going to have that to make the cut. Otherwise, he gone. All right, here we go. The biggest difference you have. Oh, Farmer John, this is not great because your biggest differential. Oh, this is really not great. I'm sorry. I hate to present this to the world. But Bryson DeChambeau, you were 85% exposed to, 50% more than the field. He has missed the cut. Mito, this one got me too. You were very overweight on Mito. I was there with you. You had 57%. The field had 7.5%. He's gone. The good news is you are way overexposed to Troy Merritt, who's in second. Matt Jones and Garrick Higo, who are, knock on wood, seemingly going to play the weekend. Matt Jones has holes to play. Garrick Higo is already in. Peter Uline, that one cost me too. The Peter and Pereira combo got me. I had a lot of Coke rack. I avoided the majority of Bryson. I have power. That got me too. Let's see what kind of. I wish this was a closer number because I would have liked to. So what Cut Sweats lets you do is they let you move the cut line. So if I did this, so if I went to the flop shot here for Farmer John, I could actually have changed guys in and out. So I could drop golfers. I could say, okay, Rory Sabatini, he's out, but I want to move, let me move Bryson 2 shots in or something like that. And I could change my cut distributions there. I hate to rub this in, but if that scenario happened where Bryson makes the cut, Farmer John has 14% 6 of 6s to the field's 7%. But unfortunately, instead of being twice as high in number of 6 of 6s, he has Oh, still pretty good. 14%. He lost all of his 5 of 6s. So still pretty good, but he lost all of his 5 of 6s with that Bryson thing. So it's a really cool feature. I wish there was more of a cut line in doubt. Does Higo have a chance this weekend? Doesn't look great, unfortunately. He's going to be at least 5 shots back. He's not doing anything particularly well, which is sometimes a positive, but he's in 30th. No, I mean, probably not. I hope I'm wrong because I have a lot of exposure to him and I bet him and all that jazz, but no, I don't think he does. Again, we're waiting on Benny on to hit this 17-footer. If he makes it, he makes the cut. If he misses it, he's going home. I only have one lineup alive, and I'm just curious how I stack up with the rest of the contest. If you could look at the contest, it's the $200 single 50K username. Okay, let me look this up for you on Cut Sweats. XXOLT. What does that say? SHIBXX. I think I got that right. Okay, so this one right here, you have, oh mama, Trace. You have one, your single entry is a 6 of 6. Let's see what it is. Joaquin Neiman, oh, Trace. Oh, maybe not. Oh, wow. Okay, we can sweat this with you. I thought you were just showing off because you have Joaquin Neiman and Troy Merritt 1 and 2, but you do have a sweat left. You have actually a pretty big sweat left. So Reed made it for you. He's in. McNeil is trending in the right direction. He is probably in. You are sweating Satoshi Kodaira, who is just making a mess of it. Where is he? He's in the fairway on 16, 150 yards left. He just has to play his last 3 at even. Waiting for the Benny on update. Wow, Trace, you are full in a sweat here. Also, you have Alex Noren, who he has some cushion. Okay. I don't want to jinx this, but Noren is at -4. The cut line's solid at -3. He's playing a par 5 next. Noren is much more likely to make the cut than Kodaira is. So we can keep an eye on that for you. But this is a pretty good looking lineup. I'm worried that, Merritt is going to falter on the weekend because he's been so reliant on the putter, but you could see Patrick Reed make a move on the weekend. I don't think that's that unlikely. Maybe McNeely can make a couple more coming in. McNeely's playing the par 4 12th right now, and he's got a 14-footer for birdie. I mean, you're in a full sweat right now because you got to get Kodaira through, and you might be able to steal a couple more coming in. I mean, McNeely, I hate to play this game. McNeely is, 14 feet away. What's that? 25% to make that, something like that, maybe 30%. He has 2 par 5s to play. I think you were hoping to put that down, put the pedal down. I'll take a look at your $100 single entry contest here. Oh my God, Ben On made it. Benny No Putts. Benny No Putts, the guy who ranks 102nd in putting this week, and probably worse than that for the season, just drained a 17-footer to make the cut. Good for you, Ben. You're not going to be able to get much rest if you make the cut on the number. You're going to have another early tee time on Saturday, but good for you. Good for you. All right, here we go. M. Jurek. Let me check this out for you. Again, I'm doing this out of the kindness of my heart. You should subscribe to Cut Sweats. because then you can do this for you and everybody else and know exactly what you're sweating each and every single week. All right, what do you want to look at? The $100 single entry, that is, I believe, the long drive, right? Yeah, $100 single entry. Okay, so you have, okay. Kokrak's in, he's good. Tringale's in, he's good. Redman, out. Sorry. Neiman and Merritt, both in, both 1-2, but you're going to have at best a 5 of 6, and you still have Kyle Stanley, who has 7 holes to play on the number. So unfortunately, you are not going to win this thing, but dang, would have loved to have seen Doc make that for you. Kodaira has a birdie putt coming. So the sweat for Trace, if he can roll this in, give you a cushion going into the par 5, you got to think you're pretty safe there. You got to think. I know. I don't want to jinx anything, but you got to believe that's pretty safe. If you're just joining, welcome. This is the Friday night cut sweat. The sweat's not as sweaty this week, but that's okay. We're having fun one way or another. Here's what we got going on. The cut line almost certainly going to be -3. That's 99.7%. That's according to our friends over at Data Golf. Over here, this is just your leaderboard. We're sweating a couple of small guys, nothing too crazy going on. But over at cutsweats.com, you can see that the average approximate 6 of 6 number across the board is somewhere between 3.5% and 4.5%. That's where we're at. There are not a ton of huge implications left out on the golf course. If we go to Cut Sweats and we see the highest owned golfers, most of them have been resolved already. The only ones that are currently out there, Emiliano Grillo, who is going to miss the cut. Kevin Kisner is certainly going to make the cut. He might be leading this event by the time it's over. Cam Davis playing really well. Let's look at Cam Davis, because Cam Davis is a guy, I think I said this week, if I could design a course for Cam Davis, it would look exactly like Detroit Golf Club. Oh, he changed his name. Let's pull him up over here. Now, Cam Davis. Let's see what he's done this week. Tee to green, 8th. Putting, 83rd. What are his live odds? 33-1. And he's playing a par 5. He has a 5-footer for birdie to get to -8. If you have an opportunity to bet Cameron Davis at 33-1, do it right now. Because if he makes this birdie, that's going to move. Can we get a Hubbard? All right, Hubbard. Oh, boy. Here we go. Mark Hubbard has got a chance. Just like Benny On did moments ago, Mark Hubbard has a chance to play the hero card. Not only if he makes this 10-footer, almost 11-footer for birdie on his final hole of the day, not only is he going to make the cut, but it's going to mean he had birdied 7, 8, and 9 his last 3 holes of the day to get there. Don't let those birdies on 7 and 8 happen for no reason. Cam Davis already down to 28-1. Did he make that putt? Still hasn't been. I mean, yeah, if and when he makes it, it's going to go even lower than that. If you had a chance to get it at 33 and you still have a chance to get it at 28, I think you should get it. I think you should get it. Hubbard's got to look. We'll keep an eye on that. Cam Davis still has not putted there, but Mark Hubbard can not only hero the cut, but by birdieing 7, 8, and 9, his final 3 holes of the day coming in. Wow. Come on. Come on, Hubs. Love to see it. I'd absolutely love to see it. While we're doing that, someone says, can you do a deep dive on Tyler Duncan? There is a question I haven't heard in a while. It's not good. He's in 11th. He has lost off the tee. He has lost on approach. He has gained around the green. He has gained with the putter. That is completely unsustainable. Unless he just pulls straight magic or it's not going to happen for Tyler Duncan this week. Not very good. Still waiting on Mark Hubbard to putt this one. Sending DMs in case anybody was wondering. Oh, just answering questions. Waiting on Mark Hubbard to putt this out. Let's see. Come on, make it. Just make it, right? Give the people what they want. I'll check on Bubba in a second. I know Bubba's getting really sweaty here. Bubba's getting sweaty. I want to see if Cam Davis makes this. If I leave and come back, maybe he'll have putted it. Davis did indeed make it. He's now -8. I hope you got it at 33-1. Hubbard's still hanging on. We'll go to Bubba after this. Hubbard is resolved. And I want to see if Cam Davis's number moves. Somebody says, Rick, what do you play on DraftKings? I feel like you never really go into that contest. That is really. I feel like I talk about that all the time. Single entry stuff. Phil almost found the hazard there. Only things that I can max enter, single entries, 3 max, 20 max, whatever. I really like the $100 and $200 single entries, although they are starting to ruin the $200 single entry, or at least the big one. So I like to play the smaller one. What is Mark Hubbard doing? Hit this. Let's see what has the rest of his group hit. Oh my God, we're still waiting on this whole group. All right. Let's go see what Bubba's up to. Oh boy. Bubba is what is going on? He's playing the par 5, his third shot over the green on 14 after bogeying 12 and 13. So he is now outside of the cut line and he's playing an easy hole that he has to take advantage of. Or I guess it's not the easiest hole, but he has to take advantage of this. Wow. Bubba, my man. We're waiting on this entire group on 9. I mean, I guess, okay, so Robbie Shelton just hit and tapped in. So he's done. McCumber's going to putt, and then Hubbard will putt from 10 feet, 9 inches. Again, if you're just joining, 99.6% that the cut line is going to be -3. So we're just following a couple of interesting golfers here, a couple of interesting ideas. Probably not going to get the same fervor of excitement that we got last week with Abraham Answer and the fact that the cut line was, undetermined for so long. But hey, it's golf. Weird stuff happens. We're still having a good time here on a Friday. No big deal. Still lots of cool stuff to look at. So McCumber is going to putt, and then we're going to see Hubbard putt. So we have time here. Cam Davis. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. I like that. All right. McCumber is not putted yet. Who are we going to look for next? Do Willie Z, Kokrak, or Siwoo have a chance? I talked about Kokrak. Certainly has a chance. Cam Davis down to 18-1. So there you go. In the last 7 minutes, if you had an opportunity to get him at 33, it has now been cut essentially in half. McCumber has putted. So now Mark Hubbard to putt. 10 feet, 9 inches to make the cut. Birdied 7, birdied 8. Can he birdie 9 to get the job done? We'll see. John says, how this concept isn't a stream somewhere is beyond me. Bravo, Rick. I agree with you, John. Thank you very much. You'd think this would be somewhat easy. I mean, it's not easy, but just bounce around. Show shots. I mean, I don't even know when they're hitting, so I have to kind of hang here on these pages. But yeah, if you know, show the shots. I mean, Hubbard's on 9. We know they have a camera there. I can't believe Cam Davis in the last 8 minutes went from 33 to 18. Hope you got it. Might not win, but obviously good value. Hubbard to make the cut. He hit it. Here we go. It's on its way. It's traveling towards the cup. It's spinning. He missed it. He made par. 7 inches. Tapped it in from 7 inches. He made par. A good and noble run from Hubbard that will fall short. Phil got very lucky here. Phil is playing. I don't know if you guys can see this. He is playing the par 5 14th, and this ball, I watched it on TV, nearly went into the drink, and he is right on the cut number. So some scary moments there for Philip. Bubba continues to struggle. I don't know what this is. So he hit his 3rd. He must have gotten relief from something, maybe a sprinkler head. I don't know if anybody saw it. Seemingly, he got relief from something and made bogey. I think that is right. Some of these descriptions are very awkward, but they're carding him for a bogey, which now for Bubba moves him even further away from the cut line. And Bubba was actually one of the highest guys that we had left. He was like 5% owned, I think. Yeah, 5%. Phil, 5%. Kodaira, we can check on him. See what this guy's up to, this crazy man. He's in the fairway on the par 5. That's good news. God, if Seamus Power just wants to win this, that'd be phenomenal. What's he been up to? Whoops. What has Seamus Power been up to? Phil just did. I missed it. Let me rewind. He does not look happy with himself. It is. Oh my God, Phil. Phil got a break of a lifetime, and it wasn't a break of a lifetime. It was an okay break. And then he just flew the green on his 3rd. Oh boy, Phil and Bubba. Who was I going to look up? Oh, Seamus. Not great. I like this number. I like that he's gained 3 shots on approach, but not the best thing ever. Let's go see what let's see what we got here. So -3 is the number. Benny on made one to get in. That's pretty cool. Phil is might play himself out of this here in a second. We're going to get a resolution on Brian Stewart shortly, Kodaira shortly, Nick Taylor shortly. Although these are all guys that have not. Let's check Snedeker and Todd, I guess. So Sneds has 3 holes to go. Has to make a birdie. Brendan Todd playing the par 5. He's in the rough. Yes, it does say Kodaira is 8% owned. So Todd hoping to take advantage of this par 5. Here's Phil flying. Okay, so Phil flew the green, and now so this is live on TV. Now hitting his 4th from behind the green. And again, he's at -3. So he needs to get up and down to stay at that number. Now he still has 4 more holes to play after this one. One of them is a par 5. He just flubbed it. Oh my God. Phil. Wow. So just to be clear, Phil was in the fairway on this par 5. Nearly hit it in the water. Got a good break with it staying out. Flies the green on his 3rd and just flubbed one. Still not on the green. Shaking his head. Wow. Okay, well, we'll hang on and see what Phil does, because now he's got to get up and down for bogey unless he chips it in to move him off the number. Is Phil going to play himself out of this? I mean, he played great up until this hole. Up until this hole, he's been great. Gaining strokes on ball striking. Wow. All right. Well, it looks like Fowler's going to go. Fowler's on the green, but away. Bubba trying to get this back, just hits his approach on number 15. That's a par 3 to 10 feet, 9 feet, 10 inches. A chance to make that to move to 2 under. Then he still needs one more, but we probably got to keep an eye on Phil here, because Phil is on the verge of dropping out of this. And he was 5.2%. So a lot of these just 5% owned guys that have to be resolved. Kodaira, Mickelson, Watson. They're not going to kill a bunch of you guys, but they're going to make or break the week for, 5% of you 4 times. So I'm just kind of trying to keep somewhat of a close eye on them. Phil is seemingly, wow, has to do something here. All right, Phil's on the back of the green. I'll talk you through this. I'm watching it live. Looks like the ball's sitting down a little bit. He's so good at these shots, though. You got to think that. He's got the stick out, so he thinks he's going to make it. Oh, man, he stabbed at it. Never gave it a chance to go in. He's probably got 4 feet for 3.5, 4 feet for par. Or excuse me, for bogey. Yeah, 3 feet, 3 inches. Wow, I'm pretty good. Pretty good at guessing that. Although I guess it wasn't that hard. Wow. Phil. All right. So Phil's a guy we got to get a resolution on, I guess. Watson has a 9-footer. Todd still waiting in the rough on 7. Has Ricky found anything substantial with the putter? He's putted well this week. 1.92 strokes gained through 2 rounds. That's pretty good. Good sign. Usually good when the guy gets his weapon back. Cutsweats.com currently showing the cut line, or the 6 of 6 number, about 4.5%. Phil individually, Todd individually, Bubba individually, they're not going to move the number a lot, but the idea that, they're all going to move it a little bit, right? If they all kind of drop out and ruin this for everybody. So Bubba's already dropped out. So that's being reflected on cut sweats. And we have seen that number trickle down. Max Homa just made a bomb of a putt, get to 6 under. And Phil is about to drop out. So that has not been reflected yet on cut sweats because he's not technically in the hole yet. He just made bogey. So he just made that. So he is now at -2. So we'll see if there's any substantial movement. Probably not. Probably just a couple of percentage points. Cam Davis, I'm hearing, is, look at this. Cam Davis has 6 feet for birdie. He's back up to 22-1 at William Hill. Guys, he's very close to potentially posting a number here. Or not posting, but getting to 9 under. Patton Kizzire, -3, has 2 par 5s to play. So somebody in the chat said Kizzire is the highest owned on the cut line. That's certainly true. Just doesn't feel like it's that much of a risk. He's got 2 par 5s left. 14, 15, 16, 17. Let's see. They're playing. Let's see. 15 is playing dead to its par. 16's hard. Oh, so 14's playing under par. 16's hard. 17's very easy, and 18's playing. This might not be bad. Keep an eye on it, but it doesn't feel like Kazaire's gonna ruin this. Kodaira is in the right rough in a second shot. He just needs to hang tight. Bubba, did he make that putt? He did. Bubs Watson makes a birdie at 15. Huge. To stop the bogey train and get back to 2 under. Needs still one more coming in. Emiliano Grillo has finished and he will miss the cut. So that means that 15.6% of you are very upset because Emiliano Grillo will not be making the weekend, although that was kind of what we expected when we came on air. Cam Davis down to 16-1. Did he make that putt or is this proactive? 6 feet left for birdie to finish birdie, birdie, birdie to get to 9 under, which is currently, I think, 1 back. Kisner didn't. Okay. Yeah. Kisner has not extended this. In fact, I think he made bogey. He did. Yeah. He's on the par 5 though. Maybe he can get 1 back. So Cam Davis, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's see what Brendan Todd's up to. Just a couple guys we're keeping an eye on. Todd's in the fairway, but he still has 137 yards. Mickelson needs a birdie coming in. Needs to play his final 4 at 1 under. While we're waiting for that to happen, go ahead and hit the like button. Thank you very much. All right. Okay. Mickelson just hit it to 16 feet. Just right now, the coverage is showing Cam Davis stuffing his shot onto 18, which we know happened, what, 10 minutes ago? 9 minutes ago? Has not hit the putt yet. Fowler and Mickelson, remember, they're playing as just a twosome now because Hideki Matsuyama tested positive for COVID and withdrew, which I haven't thought about this. I thought they ended on-site testing, or maybe they're going to end it next week. But I thought they ended it. I'm not sure. I'll have to look. Still waiting on Cam Davis. Bubba made a birdie. Is there anybody else that's wrapping up? I mean, this is let's see. Stewart, we could just see what Stewart's doing. A par would be good enough for him. Yeah, that's fine. Any of the 2 unders? Snedeker. Okay, we're keeping an eye on those guys already. So the 2 unders seemingly more compelling than the 3 unders at the moment. Stewart just needs par. Kodaira needs 2 pars. Let's see. Kodaira. He is really, really making you guys sweat this. All right, so he has a 2-foot 9-inch putt. So he's got less than 3 feet for par, and then he needs 1 more par on 18, which is seemingly very, very difficult for Kodaira at the moment. He is, he has played his last, 5 holes, 6 holes, 3 over, really limping to the finish line here, trying to get in. Oh, boy. Keep an eye on Watson. Keep an eye on Phil. I know Phil's on TV, so I can keep an eye on Phil. Let's go see what Stewart's up to, just because. Nope, nothing special there. See what Todd's up to. Okay, he's hit his 3rd here. This is an important shot because this is the par 5 you would hope to be able to take advantage of, and he's 137 yards out on his 3rd. So it's an important shot because he's got to make 1 coming in. And I saw in the chat, I think we're rooting for a Watson get through and a Todd get through for a 6 of 6. Fowler makes par on 15. Here's the leader. Look at this leaderboard. So many guys at 9 under. Merritt, Kirk, Lewis, Thompson, Warinsky. Wolf hanging in there. Good round for him. Power's done 700. Little disappointing after what he did on Thursday, but 3 back right now. Wow, Todd left it short. Yikes. Yikes. That is not good. Phil's putting for birdie right now. Todd, yikes. Not great. Not great, Todd. Let's see what Kodaira's up to. Did he make that par? Hasn't tapped it in yet. Phil putting for birdie. He seems to like it. Missed it. Shakes his head. I'll tap it in for par. So Phil needs one. Phil needs one coming in. He's got a couple opportunities to go. Geez, so Brendan Todd needs to do. Oh boy, let's see if we can do some cool stuff here. So let's see, Todd. Let's assume he makes par, which at this point I'm not sure is a fair assumption. But let's assume he makes par, and he needs a birdie coming in. So he has 8 and 9 left. So let's go to hole info. So 8 and 9. Well, 8 is playing as one of, if not the easiest hole on the day. You can see this is very drivable. Most guys are, living in this range and able to. The birdies are red. Can I zoom in on this a little bit? Yeah, the birdies are red, so they're just kind of living in the fairway, very short. Some guys taking on, even more of this. Who is this? This has got to be Bryson's ball, right? Coke Rack's ball. Look at where Coke Rack put it. What a freak. Phil put it to here and made par. Sorry, I'm just having fun. Ryan Bram, very long hitter. So that's 8. So that would be his next opportunity as long as he can make par. And then 9's kind of tough. 9's kind of tough here. Even hitting the green doesn't give you a whole lot of looks. So we'll keep an eye on that. But he's got to get up and down here. Absolutely has to get up and down. The coverage is in a commercial. So again, if you're just tuning in, datagolf.com in the bottom right-hand corner, showing a 99.9% probability that the cut line is -3. So we have not been sweating the cut line. We've been sweating the golfers. Todd left himself with 4 feet for par. Wow. This could be a choke job. Not a choke job, but it could be bad. Cut Sweats is now showing about 3.5 to 4% 6 of 6 number. Phil took a couple of slices off of that. The big slices off of it, Doc Redman, Bryson DeChambeau earlier in the day. Cameron Tringale made the cut. That was good. So we've got a couple of sweats left here. Not too much, but some fun ones. We're having a good time. If you like this, all I ask you to do is like the video. Obviously, we're not going to get the greatest of Cut Sweat every week, but I'll be here every week to give you a data-driven look at everything that's going on. Also, if you like Cut Sweats, I feel bad like I'm giving away the secrets because I'm asking you guys to, send me your DraftKings usernames and we can look up your lineups and stuff like that. Which, by the way, if you want to put your username in the chat, I'll do. And I feel like I'm giving away the secret. So go subscribe to Cut Sweats. It'll make me feel better about doing this. Also, I think that's it. Waiting on Brendan Todd to putt. So here's a couple of highlights. Mark Hubbard almost heroed this thing. Made birdie on 7, made birdie on 8, needed birdie on 9. He had a 10-footer for birdie on 9. Missed it. Almost heroed this thing. He will miss the cut. So we are waiting on essentially resolutions on Bubba Watson, who needs one more birdie coming in, and he has a 24-footer for birdie on number 16 right now. And we are watching Phil very closely because Phil has 3 holes to play and needs a birdie. We're also kind of keeping not a huge eye, but Kodaira, who is not a hugely owned golfer, but I know there's a couple people in the chat whose 6 of 6s are relying on Kodaira, and he has bogeyed 11, 12, and 14 to bring himself back down to the cut line, and he has 1 hole to play, and he needs to make par to get in. So we'll kind of keep a little bit of a close eye on him as well. Yeah, Trace, I believe, has a really good look at the $200 single entry as long as he can get 6 of 6 through. Bubba has 24 feet. Any word on Whaley? Sure. I mean, there can be a word. We can find out. He's -2. He's got a lot of holes to play. He has, let's see. He's on number 3, which is a short par 4. He has a 4.5 footer for birdie. If he made that, he would get to -3. He still has 2 par 5s to play. Todd has not putted yet, it looks like. Oh, he just did. Made it for par. So Brendan Todd needs one of his final 2 coming in. All right, Andy, I will check your lineups here. So we're going to go with Fox Force. Is this, make sure that is case sensitive. Fox Force. Okay. So let's look at your contests. Let's look at your single entry contests, because that'll be fun. You have a 5 of 6 with anybody still out there? No, Ben Martin. Okay. That's not going to do it. Let's go back to your overall exposure. Henrik Norlander. Wow. Okay. So he's in 8 of your 6 of 6. You have 8. Okay. Great. Sung Jae. Okay. Ooh, Hideki sniped you. He was in 10 of your entries with Drew. This looks pretty good, right? I mean, who do you have that is missing the cut? Ben Martin and Hideki, and Hideki wasn't your fault. This is pretty good, Fox Force. I like what I see. Good stuff, man. Did Cam Davis make that putt on his final hole of the day? Oh, he didn't. Andy says, I know you don't work for Cut Sweats, but any idea why my 5 of 6 and 6 of 6s aren't working? It shows all zeros. If you want, send me your username. I'll pull it up and see if I can understand it. I don't know if I can, but I can try. Norin, did he hit it in the water on 18? It looks like he hit it. It looks like it held up. They're calling it primary rough. It looks like it's up very close to the creek. Bubba for birdie. Swooping in left to right. He left it 2 feet short. So Bubba just left it short. So he is going to presumably tap in for, yeah, he already did. For par on 16. He has 17, 18. One is a par 5. Stewart in trouble on 18. All he had to do was make par. Oh boy. He did almost what Norin did. Almost the exact. Are they in the same group? Look at this. How cool is this, guys? Norin and Stewart are in the same group. They were right on top of each other in like the same exact spot. Is that right? They were both barely hung up in the primary rough. What would have to happen to get this back to -2? Like 40 guys withdraw. That's what would have to happen. No chance. That's kind of cool, this Stewart Norin thing. Norin played it well. Stewart did not. So Stewart actually now has 19 feet to make the cut. Again, I know he's not popular, but listen, it's fun. Golf is fun. Have a good time. Enjoy the fun, guys. He missed it. Stewart missed it. He missed the cut. Wow. Golf is hard, and when you start putting the pressure on these guys, you can really see it. We haven't seen what I don't think I've seen what Phil's been up to. He is right down the middle of the fairway. Old Phil Mickelson, 332 yards. How about that? Kodaira in the bunker. Oh my God. So Kodaira's in the fairway bunker. Do you want me to show you, Trace, what guys have done from that area today? It's your call. Your call, Trace. If you want me to show you what happens when you play out of that bunker, you let me know. If you don't want to see it, I won't show it to you. You're the biggest sweater of Satoshi right now. Now remember, last week, Abraham Answer made birdie on, all right, we'll show you. Made birdie out of the fairway bunker on his last hole to get in. All right, so here we go. So we need to see who on 18 out of that fairway bunker. Okay, so there has only been 3 guys in it today, Trace. There have only been 3 guys in it today. They've all made par. There have been guys who have been just outside the bunker and they've made bogey. So maybe in the bunker's better. Rob Oppenheim, Grayson Murray, and Cameron Tringale all made par out of that bunker. Now, of course, it's always lie dependent and all that stuff, but there you go. Trace, you got a really good lineup, and we're rooting for you here. We're rooting for Satoshi to get up and down for you. Phil is in the middle of the fairway. They're showing him on TV right now. I'll give you an idea. And then Andy, let me get to your thing here and see what's going on. AD Smith 482. Phil is stepping in. He's addressed his ball again. Remember, he needs to make a birdie coming in. Really good look here. Let's see if he can take advantage. I think he might like it. Oh, a little bit too much spin. Pretty good job. But he's got about 22 feet. Okay. So, Kodaira has hit out of the bunker. Trace, we are sweating for you. Let's see what it does. Remember, the only 3 other guys in that bunker all day have made par. Trying to wait to see. Okay, so yeah, I don't know, Andy. Maybe like hard refresh, clear your cache, email support over at Cut Sweats. I don't know, but seemingly it's oh, there you go. The old F5 trick worked. There you go. All right, so Kodaira, we have not gotten an update here. He is in the fairway bunker and seemingly has hit his shot. So we're waiting for this update. Trace is sweating a very, very, very good single entry that is going to be reliant on, I believe it's the $200 single entry, Trace, going to be reliant on Kodaira making this cut. And he is doing his best to blow it for Trace. So we're waiting to see if he can get out of this cut line. Data Golf has called it, by the way, 100% to -3. 100% it's going to be -3. We knew that. I think when I came on air, it was 93%. Never moved off either way. The 6 of 6 number via Cut Sweats has ticked down over the last hour or so. Started about, I think, upwards of 7.5% in some lineups, then down to 5%, 4.5%. So not some good 5 of 6s, which is only 19% 5 of 6s. Some good 5 of 6s are definitely going to make money this week. What are Homa's odds to win? Oof, probably not that good. Let's go look at the leaderboard. I don't know why it's taking so long for Kodaira's shot to update. Trace is losing his mind. I don't know why. He either made it or it's so far wrong that the volunteer needs help to figure it out. This is a pretty good stat profile for Max Homa. So whoever asked about Max Homa, pretty good stat profile for a guy who's 28-1. He's probably gonna be 3 shots back, maybe 4 shots back, and he has a couple of holes to play. You might want to bet that 28-1. Gaining strokes off the tee, gaining strokes on approach. Oh my God, what is going on with Kodaira? Please tell me this is just a horrible volunteer who has accidentally hit the shot hit button, but he didn't, and now he hit it again for this one. Oh man, Trace, you have to sweat a shot link volunteer mistake. This is brutal, my guy. I don't know what's going on. Tariq, I don't think I can search that contest, but if you give me your username, I might be able to find it that way because it's not a public contest. I don't know if I can get it or not. So I don't know what's going on, but the shot tracker thinks he has a putt from 41 feet. I'm hoping that was his second shot and it's 2 putts from 41 feet. Well, we'll see if this shot tracker updates itself here, Trace, but this is This is tough. Phil Mickelson just ran his birdie putt by off the right edge. He's going to have a couple feet left for par, and he still needs to make a birdie on one of his final holes. But we are in full Kodaira sweat. I'm hoping that 41 feet is from his second shot. Obviously not his third. I'm going to assume he's lying 2. Why wouldn't he be, right? What would have happened there in that bunker? Let me check this for you, Tariq. I think it's only public contests. Not anything that needs I don't know if it's a password or just that it's not like one of the main, like, I'm not sure user generated contests show up here, but we're going to find out together. I really don't know. No, doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Sorry. You have a lot of Homa and Kokrak. Unfortunately, you have a lot of Bryson and Webb as well. Man, what is going on? All right, here's what I'm going to do. We're going to have to figure this out. Brendan Todd is likely to make bogey, and that is, if he does, that will absolutely cost him. Bubba Watson, quick update on Bubba. Way right on 17, the par 5, the hole that he kind of needs to take advantage of, and he needs a birdie. Let's go back to Kodaira and hope this is updated. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we can check the other one. We can check the other board. See, that says third here too. There's no way that's his third, right? There's just what would have had to have happened. Wow. I'm sorry, Trace. I wish I knew. It's so sick. Okay, he hit a putt. I don't know what this is for. I'm assuming this is for birdie, and this will be rectified when he finishes the hole. But man, if you are in a full 6 of 6 cut sweat where you have a potential really good, maybe winning lineup that is going to require Kodaira to get through, it's already a large enough sweat. And then the fact that you're throwing in that the shot link volunteer doesn't know what they're doing. Oh my God. And if that's true, and if we ask for best case scenario, he has 4 feet for par, which is terrifying. Terrifying, Trace. I am feeling for you. I'm feeling for you because even best case scenario, he has 4 feet for par. I'm nervous. Oh my God. Let's hope it's 4 feet for par, and that is to make the cut. I don't even know what to tell you. This is tough. We'll keep an eye on it. I have no idea. It says in the hole for double bogey, but that I have no idea if that could possibly be true because we have no idea what happened here, and we have no idea why it would be here. Let's do some investigation. Let's go to his Tourcast. Maybe this will be different. Maybe there's a different volunteer for this. So they have him lying 3 from 4 feet 1 inch. Now, does he make this? Because there's no way how can we be lying 3 from 4 feet and in one app and the other one telling us that he is making a double? We have 2 shots unaccounted for. This is, I think, in. Trace, if you trust the Tourcast crew, he's in for par. So fingers crossed, bud. I'm hoping this gets updated here. I'm gonna move to somebody else, but I'm hoping that's there. Let's see Brendan Todd. Brendan Todd is Oh my God, he made it. Brendan Todd made it. So Brendan Todd made that 19-footer to keep himself alive. Why didn't he just make the 10-footer earlier for birdie? No one knows what's going on, Devin. No one knows. But Brendan Todd is alive. He needs birdie on the last. Richie Werenski. He's going nuts. Somebody in the chat was talking about Werenski. Kodaira. Now this says double. No. What did he do? This says double. But where are the shots? Like, I would understand it if he makes double. How did we go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Oh, now we're starting to learn. Okay, here we go. Wow. 1 in the bunker. 2 just into the rough up here. 3 to 41 feet. He needed this 41-footer for par. And when he missed that, he didn't care. And he walked up and he missed the bogey putt, knowing he missed the cut, and tapped it in for a double. That's exactly what happened. Wow. So this was the missing shot. Missing shot was here, 2. The volunteer probably thought that was, or didn't know what that was. So then this was his third. This 41-footer that he missed was for par. Wow. Sorry, Trace. That's a really, really sour way to go. Really sour way to go. I like that shot tracker though, or that forecast. That's pretty cool. That I can slide around like that. While I'm doing that, why don't we? How do I never use this. How do I change golfers? This is actually kind of cool. All right, so here's. Oh my God, Brendan Todd's trying to do it. He's trying to be the hero. He needs a birdie on the 9th hole, his 18th, and he has 8 feet 4 inches to do it. How cool is this Tortcast? I should use this more often. This is pretty cool. I never look at this. This is actually very strong. We might have to use this moving forward. The visual is very nice. All right. Well, we'll see if he makes that. There was a question in the chat that said, I forget what it said. How is Mac Hughes doing? Well, he's moved inside the cut line, although I think I need a refresh here. Yeah, he's got 4 holes to play. He needs to par them out to get in. John asked, 2 to 3 years ago, did you have this level of knowledge about courses, golfers, stats? So I definitely some level of knowledge, right? I knew a lot about the courses, these golfers, and the stats was my best. But I was just talking to my wife about this. I made this my full-time job about 2 years ago, almost exactly. And in that time frame, I feel as if I have grown exponentially. Thanks for the question. Bubba has, let's see. That's a pretty good recovery from Bubba. If that was his first shot, this was his second shot. So now he can get up and down for birdie to move back to -3. Still waiting on Brendan Todd. And we're still waiting on Phil. So Bubba's got a really good chance now. Phil has all of 17 to play and 18, which is going to be huge. Phil waiting on the tee box, so I'll keep an eye on that. Brendan Todd, can I add? How do I do this? Whoa, here's the rest of his group. So, wow, how cool is this? Why does no one talk about this? I give the PGA Tour and everybody crap constantly. How in the world have we never done this before? So Matt Jones has 34 feet, hole putt first, then Ted Potter, then Brendan Todd. So we got time on this one. If the cut gets to 78 players, will we get a secondary cut tomorrow? No, that is not right. They did away with that. So if you remember, it used to be top 70 in ties, and then if there was more than 78, they did a secondary cut. It was an MDF. Oh, it was absolutely brutal. They did away with that. So now, no matter how many make it, there's not a secondary cut, but they moved the number to T65 in ties. Let's do. I usually just do this tracker because I like all the data in there, but when I'm showing it on the stream, much better to have the visual. I love that. Keep an eye on Bubba. All right, Ricky Fowler's teeing off on 17, which means that Phil is certainly close behind. And Fowler is just in the fairway. What happens if I press play? Oh, it shows me a shot. Interesting. Interesting, you guys. Rick, while you're learning all about this new 3D Tourcast, if the player had a shot televised, their shot bubble at the bottom turns blue. Get the heck out of town. I have given, then they should promote this more, right? I give them so much crap. This is pretty cool. They should really be promoting this. All right, so if I got time here, right? Because Matt Jones still has to putt, all that stuff. So let me go find. So like if I go to Phil, you're telling me I'm going to be able to see his shots. They have odds on here. What is happening? Why do I like this? Well, that didn't work. How do I go back to? Okay, so you're telling me if I click this, it's going to show me his putt. Yup. Wow. Brian with the info. Why am I not using this? All right. Well, the Cut Sweat show is about to get a lot better. That was cool. You probably need do you need a subscription for that? Because I don't know if you do. Wow. All right. Let me go back to you guys are blowing my freaking mind here. Oh, you can favorite players. Brendan Todd missed. Brendan Todd is going home. Sorry, we missed that. I was just excited about everything else. Brendan Todd's gone. So that leaves us with Phil, Bubba. Oh, here was Bubba's second. How cool is this? Yeah, show me Bubba's second. Oh, great recovery shot. Bubs. So we're still waiting on his third. We're still waiting on Phil. That's probably all the... Is this his third? No, it's his second. Okay. I like to see the group too, because I like to know how much time I have. Matthew Wolf just like straight jamming it into the backstop here. You love to see it. Todd, you bum, says Tevin. Todd, you bum. I'm like so stunned at this. So what? Homa has not hit his second yet. So here's Homa. What happens if I click this? Okay. So really the last two, I might have to cut this short because I got to go do first cut shortly. But the last two resolutions are, it's got to just be Bubba and Phil. They're not even that highly owned, but they're popular players. So we'll see. Bubba just short of the green in 2. He's got to make a birdie coming in. This is probably going to be his best chance at that. And then Phil is playing 17 right now. So we'll keep an eye on that. Pereira's ownership. So let me do a couple of things here for you guys. Pereira's ownership was about, let's see, I don't think it was too high. 6.7%. So let me do this because I'm going to have to go do first cut here shortly. So I'm going to have to log off. But a couple of updates. If you're just tuning in, obviously the cut line is -3. It was almost certain to be that way all night. And Data Golf now showing it at 100%. I learned about Tourcast tonight. Love it. Love it. Learned about Tourcast. Very cool. Not for me following golf because I like the data, but for the stream, seems to be pretty good. Does it update automatically? Like, why hasn't Max Homa hit yet? It's got to update automatically. So I learned about Tourcast today. Also, okay, Bubba is, I'm watching Bubba on my TV. So Bubba is putting from off the green. He's right here. He's putting from off the green. This is for eagle. It's carrying speed. That's pretty good. He left it about a foot short. He's like right here, maybe a foot and a half. He's like right here. So assuming he taps that in, he goes to -3. Evan says Homa's shot isn't showing up because it went into the stands. Can't they put that in there? Can't they like show like which fan it hit? I'm on second shot lock. I'm learning so much about all of this. How do I get off of second shot lock? I just want to follow him. Yeah, why isn't it showing me? These things need to be labeled. I don't know how this works. I'm so confused by this. Anyway, if you're still following, because I'm not following. There we go. I just want to update automatically. I don't know. Anyway, looks like Bubba's going to make birdie if he didn't already. He's got 22 inches. That'll move him to -3. He's got one hole to play. If Phil, we're still waiting on as well. I've been showing you the updated cut sweats numbers, which at this point has our 6 of 6s at 44.5% approximately. Phil is in the right rough. All right, I'm watching Home on TV tap in for birdie. This is kind of cool. Okay. Homa at 8 under. That's pretty good. So wait, why are... Oh, because this is... Yeah. That was yesterday's round. Okay, this is today's round. Guys, I'm learning so much. Thank you. Showed how he played the hole yesterday. Yes. Thank you. All right, so Bubba's in for birdie. And Phil, we are unresolved for. So we'll keep an eye out for that. I might have to run here. In case I do have to run, do me a favor. They deserve it, and I feel bad that I show all these features on Cut Sweats that they probably don't want me showing because I'm showing everybody's stats and everything, and I'm sure they hate that. Go sign up. You should be a member at cutsweats.com. You can see all of your exposures. You can see what lineups you're rooting for. You can see what guys you're rooting for. You can see how the Cut Sweats evolving. You can see how you can compare to everybody else in other contests. You should do it. Phil Mickelson out of the freaking first cut golly with what looks to be a 3-wood from 286 yards. Big hack at it. He's walking kind of after it. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. It's about right. I'm going to try to guess. The spot. It's about right here. I'm going to leave my cursor on it. I'm going to leave if I nail this exact spot, we'll see how good I am. Brian says, Rick learning all about TourCast days after releasing is how I sweat golf. I know. We have to update it. It's all good. Should be updated. Oh, all right. I just want to see if I got this shot right. I'm hoping it updates. Like without me moving the mouse. I don't want to move the mouse. Right here is my spot. Oh, is it coming? I just saw it pop up in the bottom. I don't know why it's not showing me. He lands right here. Right here. Oh, I misshot it anyway. I didn't give him enough credit. All right, boys. So here's what I think we're gonna do. I think we'll call it here. Phil and Bubba are not even really that big of consequences. They're about both 5% owned, but they're popular golfers. Bubba is now back inside. The cut number has got to get in under, just got to get it in par at this point. Phil's going to have a really good look here to get back to -3 on 17. So those are the last two resolutions. They are probably not going to move the 6 of 6 number through too much. Thank you to the PGA Tour. Thank you to TourCast. Thank you to Cut Sweats. Thank you to Data Golf. Thank you to everybody. It is much appreciated. I will see you next week at a time to be determined. So make sure you follow along and see on Twitter. But until then, thank you very much. Goodbye.